and gentlemen. As you know, we have a blockbuster show tonight, a blockbuster show. Patrick Stewart from Star Trek The Next Generation is going to be here, kids. Patrick Stewart, ladies and gentlemen. And kids, do you like the country music? Well, George Strait is here also. George Strait. But now it's time for tonight's Top 10 list. Here in my hand, I have a copy of tonight's Top 10 list, ladies and gentlemen, straight from the home office in Sioux City, Iowa. Here we go. Number 10. Great piece of classical literature that everyone should read. Now, isn't that wonderful? Great piece of classical literature. Number 9. Main character Roger Byam joins crew of an English warship for all Navy lovers out there. Good bit of historical information there, you know. You could read this and learn something. Number 8. Overly vicious Captain Bligh whips crew. I hate to see that happen. Just brings tears to my eyes. Anyway, number 7. The crew is forced to eat terrible food while Bligh gets the good food. Now, doesn't that appear to be what's happening with the United States today? President Clinton's getting all the good stuff, and we're just not getting anything back. I'm telling you. What is the world coming to? It's coming to my house, this way. Number 6. Ship reaches Tahiti and Bligh marries an Indian woman. I am not Bligh, excuse me. Marriage is always good because all of these divorces going on. Nicole, OJ, I'll tell you. Number 5. When they leave Tahiti, crew mutinies and places Bligh and loyal crew in the longboat thousands of miles from shore. He must have had it coming. Number 4. Byam leaves the mutineers and returns safely to England. The mutineers burn the Bounty and live on an island in the Pacific. Now, don't you just guess that they're having a wonderful time there in the Pacific, all those beautiful Indian women and all? Well, maybe not. Number 3. Bligh accuses Byam and two other of the mutiny when Bligh reaches England, but Byam was innocent, which really is what happened, so the court wasn't impartial or partial or anything like that. And number 2. Byam is freed and Bligh is jailed after Byam tells of his cruelty to the crew. Try saying that 3 times fast. And the number 1 reason for reading Mutiny on the Bounty is it doesn't stink. Oh, that's a good one. Anyway, we'll return after this commercial break with Patrick Stewart.
Okay, now this time think more about looking in the camera when you can, and then your little side comments, kind of keep the volume up a little bit more than you did last time. Okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, welcome back, kids. Well, as you know, we have a blockbuster show tonight. Patrick Stewart is here, ladies and gentlemen. Patrick Stewart from Star Trek The Next Generation. He's going to be here in just a few minutes. And kids, do you like the country music? Well, George Strait is here tonight also, ladies and gentlemen. George Strait. But now it's time for the Top 10 list. Here in my right hand, I have a copy of tonight's Top 10 list. So here we go. Tonight's Top 10 list is the top 10 reasons to read Mutiny on the Bounty. Number 10. Great piece of classical literature that everyone should read. It's always a good thing to do, read classical literature, I believe. Number 9. Main character Roger Byam joins crew of an English warship for all those Navy lovers. Also a very historic, important note there. Took a date around the Battle of Trafalgar or something like that. Number 8. Overly vicious Captain Bligh whips crew. Yeah. It's not so good, is it? Number 7. The crew is forced to eat terrible food while Bligh gets the good stuff. Well, it's not so good, but then again, that's the way it was in the English Navy back then. Number 6. Ship reaches Tahiti and Byam marries an Indian woman. Well, marriage is always good, seeing as we're having all these divorces now. Number 5. When they leave Tahiti, crew mutinies and places Bligh and loyal crew in the longboat thousands of miles from land. Now, Don't you suppose he had that coming? I mean, he lines his pockets with food and then he whips them. He whips them when he's got all the good stuff. Makes no sense. Anyway, number 4. Byam leaves the mutineers and returns safely to England, and mutineers burn the bounty and live on an island in the Pacific. They got off pretty easily. I mean, no one ever caught them or anything, so they just got off easily. Number 2. Nope, excuse me. Number 3. I skipped that one. Bligh accuses Byam and 2 others of mutiny when Bligh reaches England, but Byam was innocent and he was cleared without any trouble. Or something like that. But Bligh is put into jail after Byam tells about the cruelty to his crew. That was number 2. Sorry, I didn't tell you that. And the number 1 reason for reading Mutiny on the Bounty is it doesn't stink. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was tonight's top 10 list. We'll be right back after this commercial break with Patrick Stewart.